Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's Howard here?
I'm Cameron. Ha. And I'm Jerry.
This is Resident Evil.
Which is celebrating. Drum roll.
20th.
We know it's the 20th, but you're getting the full date. Douchel face. March 22nd of 1996.
Where is it?
21.
Yeah.
This was when the first Resident Evil game was released. Resident Evil means a lot to nobody.
What?
Nobody cares about this game series. I mean, it's not like it's a hotly debated topic about Resident Evil 7.
I wonder who talked about that.
I have no idea. Maybe there might be an annotation.
So, do you want to do the easiest one?
Yeah, let's just do easy. We're just doing this for one video.
The one I play, I'm not going to do the easiest. I'm
Okay.
going to do the normal difficulty as I always do.
Okay, well, that's when you play the game yourself. Play Jill Vasquez.
I always play Jill.
Why?
Because she's my favorite. I'm going to explain why. Once we talk about what this game
What does it mean to you? Ha 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 ha.
Well, we're going to have to hold on. So that way I can be totally nondescript in what I'm saying.
I want a McChicken. Something about raccoons reminded me of McChicken.
You want to say screw it to the story?
Yeah. We'll save that for when we actually do the game.
Enter the survival horror.
No.
How dare you?
Don't tell me what to do. Is there a guy named Barry Kramer?
It's Barry Burton.
Oh, this is the game we recorded Nothing But a Door of.
Yeah, that was the door we recorded, I believe.
No, it was a single door. I think it was an elevator door.
No. You don't go into an elevator first, because I only played like the first 20 minutes, so you don't go into any elevator the first 20 minutes.
You mentioned something about an elevator.
I think I was talking about where I was in my playthrough at the time.
Maybe. But it was a single door, not a double door. Is that Barry?
Yeah, that's Barry Burton.
It's Jilly. Oh no, it was blood!
See if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
Taste it. That should tell you who it is. And that's how blood identification works, right?
Totally.
So, I do have a question about that whole thing. Why is he investigating the puddle of blood? It's not like he has forensic equipment.
He might be, but you can kind of get a feel for like how old it is. Not necessarily whose it is, but what happened depending on where the blood is. You know. So it could be like, you know, it's just, yeah.
This is early PlayStation 1 graphics.
What? That scene has always been scary. I mean, obviously, me playing it as many times as I have, it's kind of lost its luster a little bit, but it's still freaking creepy.
Also, in today's day and age, that's not that scary. Not when you have games like Dead Rising that make that thing look hilarious.
I mean, nothing screams scary like a giant Mega Man Legends yellow Lego dude from Thingy Dude coming after you. You know what I also love about
slapping people with a toy sword that doesn't do any damage.
Yeah, that is frightening. But the thing that was always funny to me, in like zombie games and shit, it seems like they've never heard of zombies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is it like that in this game too?
Yeah, she called it a monster, not a zombie.
Oh.
She wasn't actually sure. I don't know if it's just because they're so in disbelief that something like that exists or what, or if they've just never heard of George A. Romero.
To be honest, if I saw a zombie, I would know, oh, hey, that's a zombie. Not be like, oh, what the heck is it?
Right, but I mean, think about it like how surreal of an idea that a zombie exists. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. It wouldn't be that surreal to me.
It wouldn't be surreal
No.
to see like Nightmares made flesh, kinda.
It's not nightmares.
Fest.
Because I have the idea of zombies from Dead Rising. It
We're
just looks like a fun time.
gonna find Jerry in a mall one day during the zombie apocalypse, slapping zombies with a foam sword.
And a foam finger. And orange juice. Then I'll drink the orange juice and slap him with an empty bottle. If only you could do that in the real game. Why did they take that weapon away from you?
Yeah. I'm so glad they got rid of the in Dead Rising 4. There's not going to be a time limit.
I've heard.
It's going to be amazing.
I think there's going to be an option. Like, there's going to be 2 different modes.
There's probably going to be like a time attack mode.
Yeah, and then a sandbox mode.
But that's what Dead Rising needed to begin with.
I love how we're talking about Dead Rising during Resident Evil.
Right. Anyway, this game has a big... I'll always have a big love for this game. Because I always... Whenever I think of, like, my dad, I always think Resident Evil, the GameCube remake, or I think of Resident Evil 4. Because we used to play Resident Evil 4 all the time when we lived in East Providence, because the game just came out.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to play it a lot, and we had a lot of fun doing so. And it always brings me back, just like Silent Hill 2, kind of similarly. But whereas Silent Hill 2, I stopped playing for a long time. I've always had a Resident Evil game. I've always had at least one.
Resident Evil's never really meant a whole ton to me, but
Yeah, I can tell.
it's not a series that I hate.
Yeah,
Like, it's just one that I'm kind of indifferent to. Like, it exists.
yeah. I think, I personally...
I think I actually own a Resident Evil. I think I have Resident Evil 4
Really?
for the GameCube. I think I do.
I couldn't imagine, like, not having Resident Evil. It's just... It's always been a staple, you know, kind of thing. It's like... To me, it's just always...
Like putting a staple in your head.
Yeah.
That's what, like, a staple means, right? You just staple the disc to your forehead.
Oh, totally. But I mean, this is kind of what I've always wanted, like, the future Resident Evils to be. You know what I'm saying?
The first one.
No, not exactly. No.
Just release this one again. You hear me, Capcom?
They've already done it. How many times? It was PlayStation 1, GameCube, Wii, PS3, 4 different times. And
You've owned all of them.
I've been thinking about owning all of them, actually.
And you get on my case for owning Ocarina of Times as many times as I do.
Because it's ridiculous. I own this one twice. I've never bought a game more than 2 times.
Yeah, you're thinking about buying this one more.
I am. This is my all-time favorite video game.
Just like Ocarina of Time is mine.
Haha, Jude you. I think that's the term.
You found a golden arrow even though it has a green tip. That wasn't golden at all.
Do you not see the rest of it?
But it's a green tip. That's the arrow part.
It's a peridot.
You just threw the golden stick away. That's worth something. So what if it's the apocalypse? Melt it down and make a gun that can instant kill.
I believe that this is largely contained in Raccoon City. I don't believe it ever left Raccoon City, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it did in 4.
That was a different thing. It was like a different strain, but it never left that island either.
What about 5? Isn't that the one that has a DS iteration?
That's also a different strain. It's kind of like Lost Plagueis.
Is that the one that has
but
an
it's
iteration on the
Ouroboros.
DS?
Huh?
That one, the one that has an iteration on the 3DS.
That is Revelations.
So that's a different one altogether.
Yeah, Revelations also, there's like so I should say that there's a lot of isolated incidents, but it doesn't get too out of hand. So like,
I know the movies depict it as just a full-blown apocalypse.
yeah, but that's not actually how it is.
I love the movies, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to take them for what they are, apart from the video games. They
It
just
can
kind of
be.
share the name.
That's the problem. If it shares the name, it should, reflect that. That's why I
They do.
the first one. I don't think so.
The first movie's really good.
The first one's good because it's probably the closest to the first game. But
Do you ever have to dance with the lasers?
No.
Aw.
Actually,
The laser grid thing that cuts the guy into like little tiny cheese pieces?
no.
That's my favorite part.
But yeah, well, that's the problem with like if Resident Evil was supposed it feels like if Resident Evil was gonna be a movie, it'd have to be like a very I don't think it can
I
be
like the
action.
idea of the Resident Evil games being a different story of it, of what's happening.
Yeah, yes.
Like the movie and the games are like what is it? I can't think of what I'm trying to say. Well, actually, this is a good example, although you might not get it. The Game of Thrones books and TV show are like two stories of the same thing told differently. Like the TV show has the same characters and stuff as the books. I think it has extra characters too, of course. And they're telling the story differently than the books tell it. Like it's not happening the same way as the books. So that way there's no spoiler for the TV show.
Right.
I mean, there is spoilers for the TV. It's a very complicated. But like you going into watching the Resident Evil movies, the ending's not spoiled for you because of the games. You know, it's a different experience.
Sure.
Like if they made a Legend of Zelda movie, I wouldn't want it to be based on any of the Zelda games because you know the outcome. Link wins, which I mean that would be the outcome anyway. But you know what I mean.
Right.
You know the whole story leading up to it, so it's not. What's the point of going to watch it when you can just go and play it?
Right. Yeah, I can kind of understand that. I guess it's just it shouldn't have to be. I mean, I don't know. I just. I don't know.
And another thing about movies and games is no video game movie has done the correct way of solving puzzles. Running in circles until you finally figure it out.
Yeah, it's always like, oh, it's right here.
I would love to see a video game movie actually take that joke and use it. Like, I guess I have to solve a puzzle. I hope the Tetris movie does that.
If there's a Tetris movie,
There is. They're making a Tetris movie.
That makes me so sad.
It's more about the creation of Tetris and stuff like that. But it's they're calling it Tetris. It's going to be basically a Tetris movie.
Are you gonna want to try this or no?
No. I've played Resident Evil before.
Bum, 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 bum. This one also.
What was the one that we played together that was like a co-op?
That was 5.
Was that 5?
Yes. It's the only real co-op one.
I like the idea of co-op zombie survival.
I do too, but it's not for Resident Evil in my opinion. Resident Evil is very. That's like Metroid. It's very isolation based.
What was the one that you played that had like a bunch of different characters?
That was Revelation.
That was Revelation? And that wasn't the 3DS version. The 3DS version has like 5 characters that are all like together in tandem.
Yeah, there's Ray.
Is it a different version of Revelations?
No, I think it's the same game, just ported.
I don't think so.
There's no other RE game except Mercenaries, but Mercenaries was never ported to the 360.
3DS.
No, Mercenaries was on the 3DS.
That's the one I was talking about.
No, because Revelations started on the 3DS.
I was talking about the one that's on the 3DS, just on the 3DS.
That's Mercenaries. But I've never played that. I really don't have the desire to.
Why not?
I'm not really a huge fan of handhelds. I find it hard to get into. I tried to play the PSP. I liked it a little bit better than I liked the 3DS because of the actual feeling of it. But, which sucks.
How did she pull the plug if his head was on top of it?
I don't know. Don't question it. It's dope.
Pratfall.
He
He is leaking a lot of water.
Yeah.
I think you might be dehydrated, dude. There's a dead corpse there. Why are you worrying about throwing up in the toilet?
Must be like natural reaction or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, what did they do before toilets were invented? Did they throw up in the outhouse?
I don't know.
Did they throw up in the hole in the ground?
I don't know.
Or did they just throw up on each other?
I'm gonna try to get at least this key done before we end it.
Oh,
Why?
I was gonna say we should probably end it soon.
Why?
I don't know. What else are we gonna say about the game?
Oh.
What does it say on the back of her shirt?
Of what?
The back of her shirt.
Stars.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
I thought it was like, I thought it said Atari.
Back of her shirt?
Yeah, because I just saw Tar.
Right. Yeah, but it does say stars.
Okay. What's stars?
It's the
The human
special-
papillomavirus?
No.
No.
Alright, you know what? I think we'll end it here.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think I'll talk about.
The game we can get more into when we play it for this as a series. That's
I
like
was
all
gonna-
of these games.
I was gonna talk about. Did you watch our Resident Evil playthrough?
No.
There was a part where I was doing the underground. There's basically a pool filled with sharks,
Mm-hmm.
and Neptune, which is this big ass zombie shark,
Mm-hmm.
smashes against the fucking the window, and I turned it off right before he broke in because I was so scared.
Why?
I know this game and Jaws the reason why I have hydrophobia. Because I mean that shit scares the shit out of me. Like if I do play this, that's gonna happen at least once if I don't get it right. Alright, I think we can end it now. I just wanted to talk about that. I'm so glad I'm not using this save.
I'm making this a real zombie survival. No ammo. Final destination.
Someone will probably do it. Someone will probably use nothing but the knife.
I want to go kill a zombie.
There's one outside. Yeah. This is probably. I have a hard time saying what are you doing? What's going on? Dope.
Die, Zambo.
Now
Oh.
I'm definitely glad I'm not doing the save. Oh,
Die,
what are you
Zambo.
doing?
Killed it. I didn't want to. I actually wanted it to kill me. Is there more Zambos around?
Yeah, there's a lot upstairs.
Guess I don't like the controls.
Yeah, I was gonna-
I got it. I went up backwards.
I was gonna put them the way you like them. I always play with tank controls. I love the tank controls.
Where are the Zambos?
Other way.
Hold on.
Oh my
I gotta
God.
turn around. There we go.
Oh my god, though.
Ah!
I have no idea how long it's going to take you to die because I put this on the easy difficulty.
Don't worry, I think I got him. Did it. Don't worry, I got him. I'm getting him. Did I get him? I think I got him.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna get him. Oh, he's over here. My depth perception is so bad.
Sorry?
My depth perception is so bad.
Yeah.
Like, he's over here, right?
Wrecked. Eating butt. Eating butt.
And we won. We beat the game. That was the secret ending.
The one no one wants.
Bye.
Bye.